Namaskar dosto. Today is 23rd July 2021. Welcome to my channel Tradeplan Nifty. This channel is my journey in stock market. In this specific video, on daily basis, I discuss my trade plan for Nifty for today's trading session, review my yesterday's trade, share my learning and MTM at end of the video. I hope these discussions will add value to your trade setup and trading areas. It looks like Lala Ji is again back in action and again now is at the top of the consolidation zone. What we need to see whether it's able to break the top of the consolidation and going to meet the magical number of 16,000, or from here it is reversing. So before we get into detail of that, let's have a look into critical components which impacts the market. So first let's look into S&P 500. So S&P 500 had again a very strong opening after so S&P 500 is definitely looking good. US government 10 bond yield is still below 200 bar moving average and running at 1.27. So this is also pretty good for all the equity markets. So this is also looking good. But one thing which is playing and making our market very volatile is this dollar index. So if you see this dollar index is is maintaining in consolidation from a very long time between this 92 and 93 zone. Now again today it's showing some sign of red candle, which is definitely a good sign for us. Because this has a direct impact on the bank nifty. If you see, the bank nifty now is looking particularly very weak, which has closed yesterday below 8 bar, below 20, below 50 bar, and more importantly, below monthly pivot and my magical black line. Bank nifty is definitely not looking very good. It's very important that Bank Nifty comes back in the and that will mainly driven by a dollar index, which is from a very long time is above this 91 range and is pretty strong. But as of now, it is showing a red sign. So this is now looking a good sign for this today's trading session. Now, the Bank Nifty impact is also mainly because of HDFC Bank. If you see HDFC Bank in last four trading session after the results has corrected almost around 80 points. That is from 1530 to 1442. And yesterday it has shown some sign of strength, but eventually closed with the red bar and closed below my black magical line. So HDFC Bank is particularly looking very weak, but it looks like that it is taking a support on 200 bar moving average and is trying to move up. Since yesterday was a red bar, but it didn't close below 20th July closing. So I still consider this as a sign of a reversal. We see some kind of doji here and then one candle forming. The closing is above this. So this still could be considered as a reversal, but it still has a very strong resistance at 1458. And we need to see today how this is getting played out. On the other hand, Motabai, today is a result day and is showing some very big impact on the market already. And yesterday it has shown a strength and a form almost a reversal week and closed above 2110 or 2110 and 15 range. This is a combination of black and blue line, which is it was a very strong resistance. Now that will act like a very strong and it is closed above 50, above 20, and above 8 bar moving average. So Mumbai is definitely impacting uptrend. So summary is that global markets are looking good. So global cues are very good. Dollar index is again showing a red sign so for this today. We will not see a much impact on the bank nifty because of that. There is also positive sign. Kotabai is showing sign of a reversal. So definitely all the indicators are favoring towards bull. So with that in background, let's have a look into our market. So when we look on weekly chart, we see that Lalaji is continuing his consolidation zone of very tight range between 15,600 to 15,970, 977 from almost 7 weeks. But now 8 bar moving average is catching up, and now it is closed above 8 bar. So definitely an uptrend on weekly chart, and now it will have a very good support at 15,750. On daily chart, what we see is that Lalaji yesterday has comfortably closed above 8, above 20, and above 50 bar moving average. So this is in uptrend. Now on daily basis, it will have a very strong resistance at 15,850, which is the combination of a weekly pivot and red and monthly and weekly H4. So this is definitely a very strong resistance. So if 15,850 is broken, then the next resistance is at 15,923 or 930, which is combination of my blue and black line. And after 15,930, the next combination, next resistance is at 15,977 before it goes for a to touch 16,000 level. But as of now, for today at least, 15,850 is a very strong resistance. And if 15,850 is broken, then the next resistance is at 15,923. On bottom side, it will have a very good support at 15,750 and 15,700. If 15,700 is gone, then the next support is at 15,600, which is a combination of monthly L3 and 50 bar moving average. And major support is definitely at 15,450, which is my magical black line. So for tomorrow, that is today, I'm sorry, the pivot is at 15,750. So before we let's try to first confirm the view on the let's go to 15-minute chart. So when we go to 15-minute chart, what we see here is that Lalaji has closed above 200, above 20, and above 8 bar moving average. So this is definitely an uptrend. So the trend on moving averages is definitely looking on upside. Let's try to confirm this view by looking into market profile. When we look into market profile, we see that today's market profile is above yesterday's market profile. So this confirms that the trend is up. Now all depends upon closing, and that is exactly where I decided to change my video timing. Henceforth, I will be making all my videos at in the morning time, that is around 7 o'clock, 7 and 7:30, to get a good grip on where the market is going to open. Because open is what defines the trend of the market or confirms the trend of the market. So if we see for tomorrow, the pivot is at 15,795, and as of now the SGX is at 15,830, which is just below yesterday's high and below this resistance zone. So this is definitely confirms that the trend is up. Now here there are two possible trends which I see could happen. For today, H3 is at 15,854, is exactly at the top of this resistance zone. So the trade plan for today, the first option is that it will open here, and from here only it will start correcting now. So the first option is that one can on open can take on 15-minute breakout a short position towards downside with the stop loss just above 15,854. So it's around stop loss of 15,860 for a target of 5750. So that will become almost around 50 to 50 point move. And then look for buy on dip. Then second option is that it will come down and then you go for a buy on dip. So since the trend is up, the official trade is buy on dip. First reversal to be seen at pivot, which is at 15795. It is also a combination of 200, 20, and 8 bar moving average. So this will act as a very strong support. So buy on dip at pivot at 15797 and 15750, which is also L3 for today. So L3 is 15794. So 15794 will definitely act as a very strong support because 50 bar moving average will also come up. And the open is at between the range. So today could be again a choppy day with a very narrow range. Official trade is buy on dip. The hope that dollar index going down will give a support to Bank Nifty and will able to break 15850. So the official trade is at buy on dip. Preferably the best case scenario is at 15750 for a target of 15916. The third option is that it will open at PD high and on 15-minute only it will start moving up. In that case scenario, I will take the 15-minute up scenario and keep a stop loss below pivot, which is at 57,960. So the official trade buy or dip at 57,960 or at 5750. Second possible scenario, 15-minute breakout in any direction. If you are shorting this market, which could also be a good trade, but the real short should happen only after 15,700 is broken, or at least previous day low is broken. It's at 15,720. Uh, so a narrow range, so very tricky, and again a Friday, so it's a very choppy day. Official trade is buy only. Please consult your financial advisor before you take any trade. So yesterday I did not build a trade plan, and that was mainly because of what happened with me on 28th of July. So on 28th of July, my trade plan was definitely to take a 15-minute breakout and go down, and eventually go for buy or dip. I gone crazy on 20th. I did multiple trades and I made lots of blunders. But one of the biggest blunder which I made was that when this reversal happened, I started taking buy on dip from the first candle itself. And I made some loss on this part. I made some loss on this part. But eventually, I started buying a good quantity from here. And I almost had a 300 quantity on this particular jump, and I carried all of them with me. And then on Friday, when I looked into my position, I realized that all my positions were zero, and I was quite surprised why it was zero. Then I was investigating it, and then I realized that option chain which I selected when I bought had a expiry of 21st, and all my gains were gone because of that. Although no gain, but I had a heavy loss. So that really almost fucked me. So I was almost not ready, and I was reevaluating my strategies. One of the things which I'm doing now is that now since the lot size is changed to 50, my trading style is very much favoring towards future trade. I'm thinking of stopping the trade in option for some time and playing with the future lot. So that at least gets me little out of selecting which option to buy. And second is in a future trade, if I'm very pretty sure about the direction in which the market should go, the return should be very high. So in future trade, I will have a stop loss of around 30 points or the next support zone, depending upon my entry in the reversal setup. And let's see how this things turns out. What was the learning? Learning is that I shouldn't do any other work between 3 to 3:30 and in the morning 1 hour. That gets little difficult for me, but need to get more focus and need to be respecting the terminal because this terminal is something which looks very easy to trade, But if you don't give a respect to the terminal, it can really blow you out of the market. So these are the trades for tomorrow, yesterday, where I shorted the market on this particular green bar, on this particular red bar, and then I uh, played with my stop loss and got out of this green bar. Then the market showed some amount of sh- uh, weakness, and then again it shown up almost at around 10-point loss. But I missed this big rally from year to year, for which I already had identified and taken a entry. And I'm still taking some time to come out. No point of being emotional. Just be disciplined, stay focused. हम भी यहाँ है, लालाजी भी यहाँ है. Idea is to preserve the meeting. Thank you very much for your comment. Like, uh, stay healthy, wear mask. Jai Hind.